Hello, and welcome to the first ever episode of X-Teen's Test Kitchen. It's a lot like America's Test Kitchen, except significantly less legitimate, and it's just me here. There will be no fun sexual tension between me and my other female co-host.
One thing I know about you, when we're out on the road, anytime that there's cream to be whipped, you have to do it.
I do. I love whipping cream.
Just me. Here's what we're doing today. I opened up the internet and I Googled how to bake tofu, and I clicked on the first 3 recipes that came up. I'm going to try each of them exactly as it's written, and we'll see which one is the best. I already have a method for baking tofu that I normally use, but that doesn't mean I won't learn something from this experiment. Maybe there are some tips and tricks I'll pick up that are new to me. Maybe you'll learn something too. We'll all have fun, hopefully. The top 3 recipes that Google recommended to me are from Cookie and Kate, that was number 1, Gimme Some Oven, that was number 2, and Rainbow Plant Life. Each of these recipes has subtle little differences, but hopefully each one yields a delicious, crispy, baked tofu. We'll find out. What are you doing? Look who's here! What do you think about tofu? You have anything to say at all? Okay, let's get started. All 3 of these recipes call for 1 brick of extra firm tofu, because that's generally the best tofu to bake with. I'm going to drain this package and slice this brick into thirds, and then I'm going to use this 1 brick to make all 3 of the recipes, because I'm not made of money. So now I'm going to prepare each one of these thirds according to a different recipe. Okay, we're starting with Cookie and Kate's recipe. After draining the tofu, they say to use your palms to gently squeeze out some of the water, and then she says to slice it again into thirds, and then 5 even rows. 1, 2, 3, oh no, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I made them smaller than they're supposed to be. Whoops, that's not so bad. We need to line a cutting board with a clean tea towel and then arrange the tofu in an even layer on the towel. We're going to fold it over the tofu and then place something heavy on top. I'm gonna use a cast iron pan. And we need to let the tofu rest for at least 10 minutes so the water can drain out. Next, I'm going to do the Gimme Some Oven method. We're gonna press the water out before we slice it. This is more similar to what I normally do. I normally just press my tofu as 1 big brick and then slice it once it's already been drained. This recipe says to let it sit for at least 15 to 30 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees because both Cookie and Kate and Gimme Some Oven call for baking at that temperature. The Rainbow Plant Life recipe says to preheat the oven to 425 degrees, so I'm going to do that batch in my smaller little KitchenAid convection oven. Rainbow Plant Life says to slice the tofu block into 4 slabs lengthwise, so I'm just going to slice this in half, and then wrap the slabs in a thin dish towel or several paper towels. I'm fresh out of clean tea towels, so paper towels it is, unfortunately. And then place your heaviest cookbook on top and press for 10 to 15 minutes. And now our method number 1 tofu is ready to prep for the oven. The tofu cubes are looking nice and dry. We're going to transfer the pressed tofu to a small mixing bowl and add 1 teaspoon of olive oil. The recipe calls for a tablespoon, but that measurement is for a full brick of tofu, so since we're doing a third of a tablespoon is a teaspoon. Same thing, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. It would normally be a tablespoon. We're going to toss to combine, and then add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Toss again until everything's evenly coated and there are no powdery spots left. Now we're going to tip the bowl of tofu over onto our prepared baking sheet and arrange in an even layer. The recipe specifies to tip the bowl over, which I think is funny. Here is method number 1 before it goes in the oven. We're going to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. It's been in the oven for 13 minutes, and this is how it looks. And now I'm gonna put it back in for another 13 minutes. Next, we're ready to prep method number 2 for the oven. Here's how our slab looks after 15 minutes of draining. And Gimme Some Oven says that we can cut it into any shapes we want, although they typically do cubes. And I'm enjoying the feeling of freedom. Add the tofu to a mixing bowl and again coat with 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt. I'm just going to eyeball it. Recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder next. And again, because we're doing such a small amount, I'm just gonna give it a sprinkle. And then 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Again, in our case, just a sprinkle. And now we're going to toss until evenly coated. Those look pretty evenly coated to me. Same as method number 1, we're going to turn the tofu out onto a parchment covered baking sheet and arrange so that the tofu is in an even layer. Now we're going to bake for 15 minutes, then remove the baking sheet from the oven, flip each of the tofu bites over so that they can cook evenly on the other side, and then bake for 15 to 20 minutes more. My cookbook did get kind of wet, so I don't love that. Sure, I didn't have to use the cookbook, but I thought it was a funny suggestion. For this method, we're going to slice each of these in half vertically, and then slice into cubes. I'm going to reuse a mixing bowl, don't be upset. This recipe calls for 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil for a whole brick of tofu, so I'm going to use a teaspoon and then a little bit more. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, so I'm just going to use a sprinkle. Freshly cracked black pepper. And I'm going to toss to coat this first. And then Rainbow Plant Life says to use potato starch, and I'm so sorry, but I don't have potato starch. I'm going to use cornstarch again, but we are going to change the amount. She calls for 2 tablespoons of potato starch, so I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of cornstarch as opposed to the 1 teaspoon that we've been doing. And again, toss to combine. That looks good. Same deal here, nothing new. Going to arrange the tofu in a nice even layer. This is how the Rainbow Plant Life method looks before going in the oven. And we're going to bake this at 425 degrees for 15 minutes, toss, and then bake for another 15 minutes. The timer just went off for method number 1, the cookie and cake method. Here it is. My first impressions of method number 1, just visually, are that I really like the color. I'm excited that we used soy sauce. I am expecting method number 1 to be the most flavorful of the 3, but we'll see. Method number 2 is done, the Gimme Some Oven method. Here's how they look. First impressions of method number 2, just visually. I think they look great. They definitely look more like something you would see on a salad or in a wrap, perhaps, compared to method number 1, which I think looks a little bit more Asian inspired, probably just because of the color of the soy sauce. My first impressions are that I'm getting excited for the taste test. The third and final method is almost finished cooking. We're almost there, and I'm so ready. Okay, and method number 3, the Rainbow Plant Life method, is done. Here are the results of my little experiment. Okay, let's try them. Here's number 1. This was the cookie and cake method. Chewy. It's good. The soy sauce doesn't actually add that much flavor. It's pretty subtle because we didn't add any other seasoning, which is what I would normally do if I was going to make any of these recipes. I would add a lot of my favorite spices like chili powder, red pepper flakes. So these are definitely just a base, but that one's pretty good. Let's try number 2. Here's number 2. This was the Gimme Some Oven method. This is really the only one of the 3 that we added spices to outside of salt and pepper, so I'm excited about that. I was wrong earlier when I guessed that number 1 would be the most flavorful of the 3 because of the soy sauce. That was a crazy thing to say. I don't know who she was, but she was mistaken. Number 2 is much more flavorful than number 1 because of the garlic powder. Did we only add garlic powder?
Who you talking to?
Garlic powder was the only extra spice we added outside of salt and pepper, but it adds a lot. And I think I do prefer draining the tofu, that first step we did, as one brick rather than cutting it first and then draining it. I don't know, I feel like it gets less dried out. The first recipe, the tofu is a little dry.
Chewy.
It was a little extra chewy. This one, it still retained a little bit of moisture, so it's kind of a nicer bite, texturally, in my opinion. Let's try number 3. Here it is. This was the Rainbow Plant Life method. You know what? Even though there's minimal seasoning, those ones came out great too. For methods 2 and 3, we did not slice the tofu before we drained it, and I think my biggest takeaway from this video is that slicing the tofu and then draining it runs the risk of making it dry when you bake it. The first one is kind of dry. Oh, and number 3, we added more cornstarch. Let me try that again. I'm not mad at the extra cornstarch. I don't know if you need it, but I do feel like it gave it a little extra crispiness, which I think makes up for the lack of seasoning on that one. So if I had to rank them, I think number 2 would be my favorite, the Gimme Some Oven method. And number 3 would be second, Rainbow Plant Life. Although honestly, those two are pretty close. It's a very close race for first and second. I think I just like that there's a little more seasoning on the Gimme Some Oven method. And then, unfortunately, Cookie and Kate, number 1, is in third, and I feel strongly about that. It's not bad, but it's not as good as the other two, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. This video was me trying something kind of new, so if you liked it, please tell me, and I'll make more videos like this. It was pretty fun to try. Which one of these looks the most appealing to you? Let me know in the comments.